Hey, this is Team Demon Kitty. This is Night Heron here, and I'm going to be replaying some more Pesterquest. Hopefully we can finish off the trolls tonight. I don't know if we can, but that's like the goal. Is like to finish off the trolls so we can start the alphas soon, which will be really fun. Not that the trolls aren't fun, because the trolls are also fun too, but like I might start getting a little bit hyper when we get to the alphas. Because I just be like that, okay? And that's just how I be. Okay, now let's get started. We're gonna do... Okay, it's Nepeta. We're on Nepeta's. Okay. Time to face facts. Something is going on here. Not that you didn't already know that. You've had the blurry outlines of all of the shenanigans, of all the strangeness, for a long time. It's only after your stint for Radia that you managed to fill in all of the shapes and colors. Your friends, the companions you've been to hell and back with, you forgot about them. It feels like, yeah, you can't even come up with a sufficiently dramatic mixed metaphor. It feels bad. Your desperate friendship first was compelled. You get that, and it's mostly worn off by now, but what the fuck else are you supposed to do? It's basically just your job now, so you'll keep doing that. Whatever, let's just do the day route. Who did Equius tell you about? His Moira, right? You'll go try to find her in the middle of the woods, which is a very normal thing to do. You'll be normal. It's a normal kind of day. Everything is fine. This is 100% normal. We are going to be normal people, just having a normal day and being normal. Normal, eh? You zap to the mouth of a cave and are immediately set upon by a wild beast. Yellow eyes flash and sharp teeth glitter. You brace yourself to be made into dinner. A wild lioness sits back on her haunches and contemplates the stranger. Gonna try to do an Nepeta voice. The wild lioness sits back on her haunches and contemplates the stranger. That's how you know she does that. She tells you. But taking a closer look, you realize that she is in fact not a wild lioness, but she's a very uncapped troll in green coat and grubby t-shirt. She smells like a fire pit. AC licks her snout and tries to figure out who has happened upon her den. Upon her den. Oh, upon. Troll girl licks her lips, and you realize that even though she's not some bloodthirsty predator, she does have very sharp canines and clawed gauntlets on her little hands. She's small, but with trolls, you've discovered the hard way that size does not translate in a 1-to-1 strength ratio. You tell her that you're a friend, definitely a friend, not all the sort of friend you playful fight with and accidentally eviscerate, because you never know with trolls. Yeah, like, accidentally being the cut. That's just, like, something that happens daily on Alternia. It's like, hey, I'm a friend, why don't we play? It's like, okay, we accidentally eviscerated. Yeah, it's like, oh, bummer. Just accidentally got eviscerated. That would suck. Just, like, randomly getting eviscerated by someone you're trying to be friends with. The girl whose name you have a seeking suspicion might be Nepeta scratches at her chin. Her finger is curled up like a paw. You're worried that she's going to put her eye out with those claws. The cat is. AC wrinkles her nose and wonders what anyone could be doing all the way out here in the wastes. It's not very plausible. That one was a bit of a stretch. How did you come upon my cave? AC says with a growly laugh. Play along. Why would you not roleplay with Nepeta? Well, what kind of heartless monster would you be if you didn't roleplay with Nepeta? Like, you have to. Like, you have to. It just so happens that you're an expert RPer, and by expert you mean you once played Soldier per Beast with a stressed out jade-blooded kid, which you forgot about until literally yesterday. Anyway, what you mean is you've got some moves. You go limp and show Nepeta your fur, yielding to who is clearly the alpha female here. You're barely even roleplay here. Every olive blood you've met can rip out your intestines and wear them as a shawl. Yeah, that's that thing. Nepeta beams down at you before remembering that she is a regal lioness. AC nuzzles the strange little cub and welcomes him into the cave. Appearing to realize that she doesn't need to describe her actions out loud because you're right in front of her, Nepeta nuzzles you gently at the top of her head. You get the feeling she doesn't get out much. That face, it's like a happy cat face. You tell her that you didn't mean to startle her or anything. You just think you have a mutual friend and big indigo blood named Aquarius. Nepeta digs her nails into your arms. Her eyes go wide. You know Aquarius? How? Where did you meet him? Tell me everything. Well, it's kind of a funny story. Before you can get into it, Nepeta launches herself off of you and scampers into the cave. When she runs, her knuckles occasionally touch the ground. You aren't sure if she moves like that naturally or if she's just very, very in character. She pauses at the mouth of the cave and gestures you inside, the sleeves of her coat flopping down past her wrists. If you had parents, they probably would have taught you not to follow cat girls into caves. But you didn't, so you're totally done. Specifically cat girls, like, you specifically shouldn't follow cat girls into caves. Like, everyone else, like, you can follow them into caves, but you can't follow cat girls into caves. That's, like, completely off limits. The cave is small and chilly. Several animal pelts cover the cavern floor, from creatures too large to be wolves, but all too shaggy to be bears. Maybe some sort of wolf bear? All of the furniture is hewn from stone. The recouper can forward from a natural hollow in the rock. Of all the hives you spent time in, this one is the most rustic. You wonder why. Nepeta isn't a high blood, but she's certainly not a low blood either. She could have made a hive at least as nice as Tavros is. AC welcomes the strange cub to her den and invites them to sit down wherever they please. She realizes that her visitor is probably sleepy and hungry. Luckily, AC has a fresh kill. Oh great, that is really lucky. Nepeta skips back outside, leaving you alone and feeling, well, like you followed a feral child into her cave. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Torchlight burnishes shapes, strange and foreboding. The irregular flicker disorienting. People used to do everything by firelight. No wonder medieval art is so preposterous. Dogs with the faces of old men and old men with the faces of babies. And speaking of art, drawings pepper the cave walls, shaky and crude. Although you doubt even Michael fucking Angelo could do much of a canvas like this. The pictures seem to depict Nepeta and various other trolls, some of whom you think you recognize. You see Karkat's nubby little horns and Echoes' broken. A few pictures seem to have been viciously scratched out. A couple of self-portraits in Nepeta also feature a large, sleek white cat. You wonder if that's her hunter Sona. Lion Sona? Whatever. Then you hear a growl behind her and you realize, oh right, Nepeta has a Lucis. It's Pounce. It's Pounce. It's Kitty. It's Kitty. It's a kitty. Hot, damp breath touches the back of your neck and you turn as slowly and carefully as you can. Oh, hello, Kitty. Two hissing mouths open and two snarls as a big cat backs you up against the cavern wall. Oh, Pounce, stop that, silly kitty. This is a friend. Aww, that face. Nepeta hurries back inside, throwing herself onto her Lucis and petting rambunctiously. Pounce's hisses immediately turn to purrs. She rolls onto her back and bats big, fluffy, terrifying paws in the air. Aww. Oh my god, that's so cute. I'm fucking dying at how cute that is. Oh my god. Oh, he's a good kitty. He's the very best kitty. Pounce, we have a guest for dinner. They know Aquarius. You do, right? Nepeta looks at you with sharp little eyes. You do know my meow. You weren't lying, eh? Oh, definitely not. You never lying. You'll never forget Aquarius no matter how hard you try. Although you did recently forget every single person you ever knew. That will absolutely never happen again, though. You won't allow it. AC leaves her weird friend in a very capable pause for Lucis while she goes on to prepare a delicious meal. Oh, damn, Nepeta. Please don't go away and leave your guests alone for ferocious. You mean ferocious beasts. But Pounce seems pretty well placated by Nepeta's insistence that you were a friend and not food. She curls up on the animal pelt, sucking her head, her tail twitches, and her ears flick. You're pretty sure she's only pretending to sleep. That's what cats do. They just pretend to sleep, and it's funny. She's giving you a shot if you fuck up at lunchtime. I mean, that's fair. It's Alternia, she has to pretend. It's a fair. You sit very still and try your best to look unfrightened. Just a little while ago, this would have been easy. You'd be totally defenseless and thinking of the most unfriendly thoughts, but now you remember at least a little bit of who you were. And you know what you've done. Even if some of it was done in dead-end timelines that never actually came to pass. You're not sure you can still call yourself an innocent bystander. Nepeta derails its dangerous train of thought by dragging in a huge haunch. That's right, really. The only word for it, a haunch. Something's leg. Wow. She said she'd had a fresh kill. You'd figure that was part of the RP, she was just gonna pull out some DiGiorno or something like that, but nope, she really did tear apart some animal and bring its leg. She has blood smeared over one cheek, her hair in pieces across her sweaty forehead. You get why she and Equius get along. They have an equivalent ferocity. I don't know, I think Nepeta is more ferocious than he is, but good thing you aren't a vegetarian. You're gratified to discover Nepeta appears to draw her roleplay lines at devouring raw meat. You wonder if trolls could eat meat raw, or if it would make them sick. They definitely seem to be more natural predators than humans are, but then again, most of them live in houses, eat cup noodles, and play video games. You've never really met anybody like Nepeta. You watch her build a fire, and then take yourself on a little trip to the mouth of the cave while she cuts up the meat and spreads it on sticks to cook. You come back over to the fire when the meat looks a little bit less fresh and more like food. Honestly, it shouldn't bother you that you've seen a bin for so much worse. Guess the mind is strange in any way it beast. There you are. I thought you run out into the waste of a big powerful idiot. It's dangerous out there. Well, she went out there too, although it's possible she's dangerous too. That makes Nepeta smile. That makes Nepeta smile. She still can't quite meet your eyes, but she's fidgeting with her gauntlets less than she was before. So you really met Equius? Really? She slides up close to you, almost too close to talk comfortably. You wonder if this is the first conversation she's ever had that wasn't for a computer screen. You tell her that yes, really, you met her. You spent a good amount of time with her too. That's incredible. I've never seen that silly guy hang out with anybody before. Except for maybe Whiskers. Whiskers? Oh, does she mean Vriska? You know her too. Really? Yep. You'd probably be hanging out with her right now if she hadn't gone off to do some Antifa shit with Terezi. Vriska's Antifa. Vriska and Terezi are alternative Antifa. Because they're awesome. That is what they are. that is what they are. You know Terezi too? GC? Oh yeah, for sure. Does Nepeta? You're expecting her to exclaim and whack her back to her tail. Instead, she goes quiet. Fat pops and sizzles in the fire. Across the cave, Pounce lets out a lazy squeak that sounds like it came from a much smaller cat. You ask Nepeta if everything is okay. So what you're saying is, you know all my friends. Well, that's not exactly what you said. It was kind of creepy to dwell on it, but you keep meeting people for other people. That's normal, right? Well, you did just happen upon Vriska on a beach, and Radia found you asleep in the field. You haven't asked Nepeta if she knows Radia, but you're sure that she does somehow. Slowly, Nepeta lifts her gaze from the flames and meets your eyes for the very first time. Maybe it's the firelight or the shadows getting boiled on the walls, but she looks haunted, hollowed out and filled with something you can't name. What are you? Nepeta may be goofy and playful and awkward. It doesn't make her an idiot. You get the idea that treating her like one is a very good way to have a bad time. Explain. You tell Nepeta that you don't know what you are, or even who you are, and certainly know better than you did a few volumes ago. But you fake you're an anomaly. You crash landed into someone else's story. Nepeta's still watching you carefully. Muscles wound tight. She's ready to pounce. On the fire, the meat begins to slacken and burn, but neither of you say anything. There goes dinner. Me and some friends were supposed to play a game, different from the games we usually play. Then Aqueous is going to parlay this time. He usually hates games, but then the game didn't work. Oh right, you know about the game. She blinks at you. I dream sometimes. Dreams? Well, that's pretty normal. Not normal dreams, dummy. At least I don't think that they are. I suppose that even if they aren't, I wouldn't have anything to compare them to. They're the only sort of dreams I've ever seen. I'm not sure what they are. I see other Nepetas sometimes. Sometimes Pounce is there, sometimes she is dead, and that always makes me very sad. I see my friends too, and other people I don't know, but I think would be pretty good friends with if I got a chance. The bright, hopeful note in Nepeta's voice digs deep to the center of you, plucking at your nerves like a cello string. It makes you so impossibly sad. You don't know why. I don't see you though. I don't think you fit in here. Ouch. I apologize. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. My dreams are probably silly and don't mean anything. She springs up from the fire and K down on Pounce, burying her hands and face in the thick white fur. You get up and follow after her because what else to do? You should probably give up on this particular round at this point. You've quite thoroughly killed the friendship mood of all of the existential angst. Why does she live all the way out here anyway? Wouldn't it be better to live closer to all of her amazing friends? At least Aqueous. Even Terezi, who's definitely very weird, has a house. Admittedly, it's in a tree, but it still counts. Oh, I'm used to when I was a Wiggler. Or I think I did. A big lovely house of windows and lots of furniture for Pounce to scratch. Pounce closes her eyes and purrs. But then, I don't know, something happened. I remember fire and noise and lots of shouting. And then I was on Pounce's back and we were running for a very long time. I think it was pretty terrible. Nepeta's fingers tighten on Pounce's rod. I like it here. You think back to a different olive-colored girl in an oversized jacket who lived with Rafa and another who made her living with murder. In fact, you could see Nepeta growing up into someone like Philippa. Sharper, meaner, all of her bright edges sanded off, her games transformed into a struggle for survival. Even now, sitting bathed in firelight, she looks tired. Every troll you've met carries the same exhaustion between their shoulders, even the high bloods, to a certain extent. They are worn to the bone by the sheer weight of history and a future that promises more of the same. What does one do in the face of such insurmountable misery? How can you, simple silent protagonist, ever begin to combat something so all-consuming, so monstrous? Nepeta is waiting for you to trug for your mandatory self-abrading introspective interlude. So you do all you ever claim to do. You hold out a hand and wait for her to take it. Zap. Nepeta yelps and jumps an impressive 4 feet into the air. Fair. You were doing a dramatic gesture and forgot to prepare for it. Sorry about that. Where, this is... Despite Aqueous' incredible strength and barely contained excitement, when he wraps Nepeta up in a glistening of seemingly muscled arms, the embrace is the gentlest you've ever been witness to. Dawn. Maybe it says This is incredibly unorthodox manner for pairs such as ourselves to be compared to. I apologize for this gaudy display of public affection. It is extremely unseemly. Well, he isn't really in public right now, actually. The opposite. You're the asshole who popped into his private living space with your warning. I suppose that's right, since this is the first time you've intruded on this space. Just let yourself edit out. How indecent. Okay, dude, calm down. You'll get sweaty. I'm always sweaty. Aqueous, you're smushing me. Oh. Aqueous lets go, but he doesn't step away. He's looking at Nepeta like he can't quite believe she's real. Are you real? I think so. I don't know how I got here. think of it as a reward for being such a very good kitty. Now, wow. Is that a weird thing to say? Yes, it is. That is a very weird thing to say. That was pretty weird. You'll take it back. But Nepeta doesn't appear to have noticed your fumble. She's skateboarding around Equius in increasingly excited circles. Oh my god, a smile. Maybe you can't fix these kids' lives, but maybe you can't improve society. But when it really comes down to it, you have the power to bring friends together. Damn, you'll take it. Yay, we got one of the good endings for Nepeta. She has like 2 good endings, and we got one of them. But like that's what we're gonna go with, because like it's a solid ending. The other ending's good too, but like I like that ending. And now Solix, I'm gonna warn you guys, I'm probably going to fail this route several times. I failed it on the first try, like so many times. I don't know what it is about Solix, but like I just don't get him, and like I cannot like play around him, and I just completely botched this route so many times where I got like the good ending. So it's like I'm probably gonna fail his route, just like warning to everybody. This is it. You think this Solix guy is going to be a piece of grub cake. For what both Karkat and Kanaya have told you, the poor guy recently got ghosted by his girlfriend? Best friend? You're not quite sure what they were. Ghosted. Ghosted. He got literally ghosted. He got literally ghosted. You're not quite sure what they were, and apparently neither do their friends. He literally got ghosted. Literally. For Troll's friend seems to be as loaded of a word as girlfriend. Regardless, from what you managed to gather, they were quite close, and her ghosting him has had serious emotional effects. Thing is, this guy sounds like a mess and looks like a loser. Boy, is he ready for you. He's been flying low for a while. You're ready to scoop him up in his baby feed him the tenderest of words directly into his mouth. Caitlin. Figuratively speaking, unless he's into that, then you were so fucking ready to do it. Literally. I don't think Okay. Okay then. Out of all your mutual friends, Karkat has shown the most concern in the most backward of ways. Trapped in the furrows of extremely awful on 6th Sweet Moon, he's been unable to tell Solix he's worried. And so, instead of having an honest conversation with a longtime friend, Karkat has arranged for an alternative meet and brute between the two of you. Meet and brute. It's foolproof, which means it's you-proof, because you a fool, motherfucker. Karkat gave you an honestly frightening amount of detail on Solix's everyday routine. The main difficulty is he seldom leaves his hive. He's kinda an indoor boy. Today, though, you've gotten lucky. Solix has made plans to see a friend. You're going to casually bump into the guy and play out all of Karkat's carefully curated plans, step by step, in front of him. But first, he actually has to show. For someone with such a rigid schedule, he's sure not great at sticking to it. So you're just left here, on an alien train station, sitting at an alien bank. You try not to make eye contact with the aliens around you. Sure, they might be potential friends, but no. We're pretty sure that Solix is the guy for you this time around. You know it's the same way you've known everything else since this particular leg of your meandering journey began. It's gotta be Doc Scratch, right? That cubo-looking motherfucker stole the memories of all your previous buddies. It stands to reason that he stole some other ones too. In fact, Radia helping you remember just made you realize that there could be so many other things you forgot. You can't shake the feeling that you're still being used. That everything you do, every move you make, feeds into some shitty mastermind's plan. You've tried zapping back to Doc Scratch's fiction, but you can't get there either. He's out of bounds, so you've just defaulted to your usual thing, friend acquisition. You're playing into someone else's hands. You just know it, but the alternative is to just do nothing. Sit quietly in a room alone and not have any contact with anyone. And who knows if that is exactly what Doc Scratch wants you to do in the first place. It's really hard to do anything at all the time. I mean, it's kind of... That's a good point. When there's someone that's, like, you think is trying to manipulate you, it's legitimately, like, hard to plan around it. Because, like, what if they want you to do the thing that you're trying to do to prevent getting manipulated? Anyway, Solix. You've heard a lot about this dude. You're sure he's heard all about you. How could he not? You're basically best friends with everybody he knows. You're an unstoppable friending force. Oh fuck, there he is. I really like the music for Solux. It's pretty good. It's pretty good music. It's legit good music though. I really hope I watch this time because I don't remember much, so let's talk about it. Oh fuck, there he is. He's pretty much exactly the way you imagined. How did Carcat put it? A skinny fuck and a total loser could be utterly lost without Carcat's devotion and guidance. Yep, just like that. What should you do? Time isn't right. You decide to hang back away a little longer. You stand on the platform and repeat politely away from him. Before long, a crane pulls up. You see Solux take it from her peek inside before walking back out to the platform. That's interesting. The second train comes in and he sees the demon from the room and hops in. You can't pretend with a again. The car is almost empty. It's just you, Solux, and a pile of blankets in a corner. Oh my god, the bees! The bee seats are so fucking cute. Like the bee seat. Oh my god, the bees. Oh my god. The inside of the car is beefy. Man, he controls really well bugs. That's why he picked this one. That was why Solux picked this train. Solux takes a bench seat and puts his bag next to him. There's no chance anyone will sit there. Luckily for you, the one in front of him is still empty. They're all empty, actually, so you take it. There's something a little... Oh, I skipped this, right? No, he doesn't. In fact, Solux's face remains totally neutral. All he does to acknowledge your presence is lift one single brow. The time you spent near him may have been short so far, but the idea of him you built in your head is quite strong. You've heard enough from his friends to know he's not bothered at all. However, if you didn't know any better, you would say Solux is emitting the energy of someone who walked into an empty bathroom, like chose the most secluded stall only for someone else to walk in and choose the one next to his. That's like a thing that I actually do, and I feel like I feel called out right now. Like, I legit feel called out for that. Oh my god, I legit feel called out, man. You're fucking calling me out like this. Which is nonsense, because you know better. You do know better. All the second him knowledge you got, this guy can't be wrong. He's doing what you mentally dubbed his senior act. His total senior. This isn't how you expected to introduce yourself, but you do it anyway. Okay. He poorly pulls out his phone and doesn't look at you anymore. Okay, so you're something that you need some space. You pull out your own phone. What? There's a doubt that you have one because it wasn't mentioned in good 2/3 of this game? silly little did you know. The phone survived and all the way in your hoodie pocket. They truly don't make phones like this anymore. The phone is God tier. It can't die unless it's a heroic or just death. It's obviously God tier phone. Solux is holding his horizontal, which gives it the feeling that he's playing a video game. Well, he's got you beat already. You don't have any games on your... You decide instead to go for your messages, and wow. You had so many plans with so many friends, you would have disappeared from them. Fuck, they were all counting on you. Okay, you got this. Carcat has basically showed you the guy's entire games library. You're going to super casually verse games you like, no problem. There's a name on it that really surprised you, but in hindsight it makes sense. Back at home, the game's still wildly popular. Nobody knows exactly where Minecraft came from, in fact, everyone knows it. You wildly announced it absolutely fucking everybody because you're being so casual and friendly that you love Minecraft. Every gamer knows that one, but you get no reaction. Fuck, that guy can probably tell you, don't even know how you can texture back. I don't think Minecraft exists in this world. That's fine, no harm done. You know he's also a huge fan of Attack Dirt on Solid State. You didn't have to find anything about it on Google, besides the fact that it was apparently staunchly incredible. The guy making the games got away with it for a while before the Empire caught up with him, mostly because nobody understood what the fuck it was about. I mean, that's a good way of, like, getting it to that. Name dropping it alone would surely be enough to show him what a badass gamer you are. Nothing. God. Group Stronghold 2? No, Fortnite. Solix playing Fortnite would be fucking hilarious. Dave, you're completely spared all of the sick games of being irresistible conversational topics. You look sick. I don't actually give a fuck about you, but please don't puke on my shoes. That startles you. Immediately reassure him you're fine. That sounds like bullshit, but I'll believe it. That sounds like bullshit, but I'll believe it since I don't have to make any more. I don't want to make this anymore. I don't do this. I'm so lost. Oh, you're surprised he's changed his tune so fast. You're the alien everyone's talking about, aren't you? How did you know? You've been messaging me for days, and been totally weirdly evasive to me. Whatever. I'm in a good mood today, so we're starting over. Okay, this isn't that bad. You can do this. You introduce yourself over again and try to play off the fact that you know a creepy amount of inside knowledge about this guy. I don't see what the big... Hey, why are you beeping so loud? Can't you see I'm trying to slap them here? A small olive troll pops out from the blankets in the corridor. Somehow this really makes the shake go up. We need to leave immediately. Why? You don't understand. This guy here is going to die, and we are going to go with him if we don't get out right the fucking now. What will you do? I don't actually know what the right option is. This is probably the wrong option, but I'm gonna pick it. As the crate continues to shake, he grabs Solix's arm and teleports it. And somehow, you end up in front of John's house? Huh, well, of all the places he visited, his neighborhood is probably the friendliest. And there's something about the knowledge that Dad is around the area that makes you feel safe. I look how it's no longer John's dad, it's just Dad. He is just like the embodiment of Dad. He is no longer John's dad, he's just Dad. He is Dad. Like, if you needed it, you could absolutely get a dose of parental guidance, or at least a freshman song. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good reason to go for it. You turn to check on your new friend. Solix is scrunched into the house's shadow, trying to play it cool, but obviously shaken by how sunny it is. Once he realizes that you're indeed not being burned alive by the sun, he visibly relaxes. What the actual fuck did you do? This is obviously not Alternia. It's a little hard to explain things without flexing at this point. So you allow yourself to brag a little in hopes of impressing Sola. You explain that not only is this place safe, but also John programs a little. He's probably worse than Cardcat at it, and he'll surely cheer Solix up. It's true. It is true. Your shirt Dave is also right. He reminds you a little of... Can you stop? Fuck! Stop what? I don't think you get how weird you're being. I haven't told you anything about me that somehow you managed to know a lot of really personal information about me. Honestly, it's freaky out. I know your friends are basically all my friends. I'm sure they told you I'm kind of a loose piece of shit and grumpy and hard to get along with. Half the time, I feel like I don't even deserve you. And they walk you in and they all adore you instantly. Fuck, even EQ likes you. You don't understand. Should it just make your friendship easier? You don't get it. I'm way more complex than whatever the fuck I say online and what my friends have told me. Real life isn't like a dating sim in which you fumble your way into a twist. Are you sure about that? Are you sure, Sola? Are you absolutely 100% sure that it is not like a dating sim at this very moment that someone is currently playing right now? Yeah, it's totally, definitely not. Okay, it's technically a friend sim, so this is technically. You might even want a friend. Well, both of you share so many friends, it's only natural, isn't it? Solix looks at you. His expression remains neutral, yet somehow you feel harshly judged. I don't think you understand how things work for people like me. I had a wake-up call, which I realized nothing I do really matters. Whether I want it or not, I'm destined to be a war machine. I already got a taste of it once. It can't be harder than the first blood, right? He smiles a little. It makes you feel worse. Solix is letting you in on something you don't have a full picture for. Anything you can say at this point won't be enough. I'm stupid enough for all of this. So, it'll definitely suck big time for me. But I already made a mistake of trusting someone to let me believe it can make a change. But shit's got fucked and that's that. That is most certainly not that. It's not too late. Things are better. You made sure of it. You can make a change, both of you. You're not entirely sure what he's talking about, but he doesn't have to become something he doesn't want to. Oh my god. He feels guilty because he fucking killed Maria. That's fucking sad. I can see why others might like you. But for whatever it's worth, I do wish I could believe you too. Before he can react, he's flying away. Fuck shit. Now he's lost on Earth, and oh god. He could have at least waited for you to get him back home. What if the wrong people find him and do fucked up experiments on him? Oh, but he definitely doesn't want anything to do with you. Well, yeah, I knew this would happen. Solux's route is like legitimately, I think, the hardest route in this game. I think Solux's route is the hardest route in the game. Like, I'm pretty sure. Or at least for me, it's the hardest route in the game. I'm surprised I got the first one, but this is fine, nothing's wrong. He put a hand on Solux's shoulder. There's nothing wrong. The train continues to shake. Are you out of your mind? We have to... The shaking stops as suddenly as it started. Both Solix and Sleeping Crow look around confused. Everyone looks fine. Everything looks fine. Sleeping Crow just yawns and goes back into the blanket. I don't understand. This isn't how things work. What did you do? Who knows? You're not entirely sure what Solix thought was going to happen. Is he okay? No, I hear voices. We hope he's getting the right help for his head. Well, I don't know that voice. No, you reset the last way. The voices are dead, or more importantly, immediately deceased. And I very clearly hear the voice of Lakenfall right there. But now I don't. And that doesn't happen. That's never happened before. Oh, well, isn't that a good thing? It's not bad. That makes you happy to hear. You feel like you're finally making progress and getting further ahead. Sorry, I got really stressed for a moment. Fuck, this is awkward. You reassure him it's fine. You enjoy the rest of the ride of him, mostly companionable silence. The train pulls up to what seems to be the right stop, and Solix stands up. You're friends with Kay, right? Can I? Oh yes, you're very eagerly not. Well, I'm headed her way if you're interested. You're nowhere near anything as annoying as TZ and KK make you sound. Solix smiles. This is the first time you've seen him genuinely smile in your time together. You tell him that you'd love to see Kai again. Wait, hold on. Trezzy and Carcat think you're annoying? He snorts. No, they just described you honestly. And being how you are, it's part of your charm, I guess. As long as he finds it charming too, you're okay with this backhanded compliment. Dude, you've gotta stop being so overeager. It's a little embarrassing. But anyway, I hope you didn't happen to have your breakfast. Huh? Does he expect you to run there? You can teleport easily, you can get there fast. That's nice, but we're going to ride with more style. Before he's done talking, you're already in midair. You've been lifted by psionics before, but this is the first time you feel completely weightless. It's like gravity is completely forgotten you have the chance to do it. Brace yourself. I refuse to slow down. So you do. Everything around you becomes a blur. You know you're somewhere, but everything just looks like color. When the world sharpens back into view, you're not as high. Solix looks smug. Naya looks from him to you and back again. Well, I'm happy you made a friend. I wish you could give me more. None taken, but you're a little curious as to why you had to take the train over. Solix seems like he could easily float here, so why? Can't a dude just be super fucking jazzed about public transportation? Fuck the entire planet and its stupid fucking hemosvector system. least the train can take you where you need to go for the most part. Well, you can't say that the same runs true for where you're from. No. He knows I will not open the door otherwise. Oh? Ken, you're really killing my vibe here. Completely harshing it. Well, I would think our friend would appreciate knowing that while powerful, you're still developing your skill. But I would rather not have to knock your brains off of my front door. Are you really doing this again, Aaron? I've watched your faces. I'm watching your faces. Yes, we are doing it. Being an actual curious person that you are, you've amassed a good amount of troll anatomy knowledge by now. Thus far, weird alien brain anatomy is what happens is I have a big brain. I have big brains that is almost too big. That is almost as big as mine. What happens is that when we were younger, souls would get really sleepy if he used his powers too much. They can power going on. We found a term like nobody. Normal science. She thinks she knows better than me. So please. I said no. We both know the same language. Yeah, whatever. I came to do a favor, so I decided I need assistance for you. So, if you're going to make excuses, they could. Instead of being annoyed or embarrassed, instead of being annoyed or embarrassed, Philip seemed delighted to hear tonight. He already looks way more relaxed in his element than he was in the train. So what's the problem this time? Where is it? Oh, you see, the keyboard will not work. I just have no idea what happened. Naya points to her computer. It's very clearly been cut in half. Most likely sawed in half, very cleanly. If you must add, Solix looks at it like he's seriously considering what could happen to the computer. Did you try turning it on and off? Actually, I figured something like this had happened too, so I came prepared. He pulls out some frames from his bag, including what looks like an identical version of Kanaya's computer. He fixed this mini after a while. While he gets to work setting things up, Raya takes you aside. I have to say, I'm really impressed. Yes, you're quite impressive. Solix has not been at his best recently. See, we had what you might call a falling out in our friendship, which resulted in serious injuries and one death, and 3 serious injuries and 1 death. The details of which are not mine to share, but Solix was used in a rather heinous way. I did not distance myself in any way from the troll attacks like this. And Solix, in a very Solix fashion, blamed himself and withdrew from all his friends. And when he started talking again, he still refused to engage me in conversation, until he finally acknowledged my medical condition. Oh boy, Kanaya hadn't mentioned a medical condition up until this point. You hope you haven't accidentally made her overexert herself, or been rooted away. You wonder if it's okay to ask. Medical. Oh, you technically really? I can see your interest in what my condition is. It's quite seriously frustrating at times, but I stopped blaming myself for it. I just accepted it as part of my life. You know it. You're overall a rather healthy individual. You tend to get injured on a bi-weekly basis, but somehow always miraculously come out of it just fine. Huh, you're truly a lucky son of a bitch. It is still a little embarrassing to admit. You tell her she's your friend. You will not judge her at all. In fact, you want to take a moment to appreciate her for acknowledging you. She definitely has it more together than you. She smiles on the warmest smile she's given you. Very well. I'm not proud of this, but I am. My medical condition is that I am bold and cursed. By Vriska. Vriska cursed my back. You gape at her. Holy shit. Thank you. I have learned to live with it. My god, you were just so sorry about this. I'm joking. That's a Vriska cursing people. I don't know why it's funny. I'm making a joke about my crush on Vriska being a medical condition. I thought it would bring a lot of focus to the situation, but you just look so concerned. You tell Kanaya that her sarcasm face looks a lot like her normal face. Yes, people have told me that before. Solix chooses that moment to slide back in. It's all set. Thank you. I added something that you've been bothering me about for a while. They move towards the computer. You can't see a screen from where you are. And you can see Kanaya's face light up at whatever they're looking at. Oh, Sola. I did not know you... I know you do not want to share these pictures. I hope I did not push you too far. Well, you didn't. I was just being stupid. Fuck it. I don't know why I was so hung up on it. I'm 6 now, technically. Not really, but thank you. It means a lot to me. Yeah, whatever. We both look like super gauzy pictures. You immediately grabbed your attention. You were quite young. You tried moving closer to take a picture. Now at first, you'd absolutely murder your soul. Whenever embarrassing childhood memory lane was going down, seems deeply personal to soul. Once in your life, you might remember this. It's kind of awkward to see myself like that. What the fuck am I wearing? It was very fashionable for the time. I would know I made it for you. It's not you in fashion, it's just... Picking up on his discomfort, Kanaya saved the difference from that. Focus more on what you've done to me. So excited. What would you be thinking when you did that? Hey! After a few minutes of reminiscing, they move away from the computer and back to what your square is. I hope they both appreciate you seeing me. Hey, anyway, I have to say I'm rather surprised to see you come to me. Yeah, I guess I got my whole world without you expecting to keep me, but what can I say? Is that why Miss Pisces keeps bringing up the delightful conversation you two are having? Well, I got big fucking news. Turns out she's not as boring as I thought she'd be. It's going. Going where? So let's try. Just going. It's like it's just going. It's not going anywhere. It's just going. Kanaya hums in agreement, but decides to drop it. It's funny to think he thought this guy was a complete loser. He seems to have more game than the average gamer. A stealth chad, in a way. A stealth chad? Solux is a stealth chad. Okay, then a stealth chad. Wait, hold on. Why does Kanaya get to introduce Solux to someone, but Kirk has to come up with an incredibly convoluted plan for using me? No offense to you or KK, but KK has no filter on who he lets into his life. Yeah, you feel like he may start taking that full time. I hate meeting new people, so I look like I know what the fuck. Do I look like I know what the fuck their name is? Bitch, I'll kill you. No, you will not. No, I won't. It's a meme. Fuck KK. She smiles pleasantly. You feel a little bit like an outsider, but you're missing some history with your name. But you can't help but feel a little warm on the inside of friendship. Anyway, we should wait soon. What? Thought you two would go to see you did. It is a rather long journey. It's whatever. I left some shit running I need to check on. Ooh, hacker shit? Of course not. Well, at least let me get a couple of shirts at first for you. If you'd be kind enough to drop a couple of things off the room. I fixed a sweater for Kirk. Yeah, no problem. The moment Kanaya steps away, Solux is in his face. So we're not staying over because you're obviously not 6, and having you over for a sleepover would be fucking weird. You can't argue with that. But also, you seem okay. I wouldn't mind spending more time with you, which is something I don't tell everybody. There's a frozen muscle beast next to your place, deep in near my place near me. There's a frozen muscle beast next to your place near your office. A frozen muscle beast next to your place. Yes, the classic delicacy of having a frozen muscle beef nectar. That is like the true pinnacle of dessert. It's right there. Oh fuck. Oh yes, it's a friend of it. Yeah, frozen muscle beef nectar. Frozen muscle beef nectar. Okay. Now we are going to do Aridin. The fish incel. I think we have Aridins next, because I think it's only like Pfeffer and Aridin left. Yeah. Time for fish incel. And we'll do Pfeffery and finish off the trolls, and on the next video I'll do the alphas. Looks like you're back on the beach, prowling around like you're looking for lost coins and trash with a metal detector. Except you're looking for friends and people whose lives can make a little better if your reality warping powers. I don't know, maybe you can find friends with a metal detector. Like, just make it like a friend detector and just go boop, boop, boop. It's like if someone's a potential friend, it like goes off. Come to think of it, maybe you should be looking for lost coins. You're not exactly made of money right now, to say the least. You look up and see a fishy dude sitting sadly on the shore. Not fishy in the sense that he's suspicious, but in the sense that he literally has fins on his face. Although he's definitely a little fishy in another sense too. After a few seconds, he heaves an exaggerated sigh and turns his head in your direction. It seems his brooding has been caused momentarily. Hey. You. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one looking around to see. The one looking. I don't know how to do it in voice. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try it for a moment. I'm gonna try doing it in voice. The one looking around to see if there's anyone else I'm talking to when literally the only other person around. For miles. Yes, thank you for pointing to yourself. Are you that alien friend slut everyone keeps talking about? Friend slut? Wow. Tell the guy that yes, you are the friend slut. It's you. A friend slut. That is basically exactly what you are. It's what you do. Slut for friends. You ask him who called you that in the first place. You're going to need to thank them for giving you such an apt terminology in which to describe yourself. Was it Solux? You bet a lot of money it was Solux. No, it was not fucking it wasn't fucking Solux. God. Jeez, you really are a hyperactive little bullshit. No, that was something I came up with myself. After hearing everyone talk about you, shower you with praise and trolling, I'm arrogant. I'm very rich and very important around here. And by that I mean on this planet. Wow, you sincerely thank Iridan for his nickname and services. Something tells you this guy might actually kind of suck, though. He does kind of suck. He sucks in a different way than Tavros, but he does kind of suck. Like, this is the difference between Iridan and Tavros. Like, they both suck, but, like, Iridan is, like, so bad. He's not, like, mediocre suck levels. He's like, high levels of suck. To the point where he's so bad that you hate him, but he's actually really good. And it's kind of great. Kurtis is the same way that Kurtis is in this game, so. The importers are just kind of like that. God, I suck. My more real and my kisses both spontaneously realize how much an ungrateful piece of troll garbage I am recently, and he dumped the hell out of me. Ripped my damn heart out. It was part of a grisly offer of the gods. Aaron turned a dramatic eye to the ocean. Oh, it's time for a feeling exchange. Fuck yeah. You can't believe you're running into one motherfucker on this planet, desperate enough to just tell a complete stranger all his troubles. It's giving you a perfect ammo. Yeah, we definitely ran into the one guy that is desperate enough to do that. He's desperate enough to do a lot of things. Like, a lot of things. Ammo flips to Kirsten's heart with, like, you know, the power of friendship or something. So I'm like, going for a lot of things, because honestly at this point I'm feeling pretty good. Nobody wants to deal with me or date me. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Nobody's gonna put up with my immunity title or whatever, so what even it is important. Nobody who wants to be my friend, and I don't think that's not true. You want to say no. You want to scream out so loudly that the entire lake from the beach reverberates for declaration. Against all better judgment, you want to be his friend. Against all better judgment. You want to comfort this broken-hearted fish boy. There's definitely something wrong with you. Are you just going to stare at me like that? Listen, I don't do this shit for free. open up in the front of other people I've never met in my life. I mean, people pay good money for this shit. A good melodramatic emperor wallowing from yours truly costs a fucking premium. Oh, what? Yeah, woo is me, etc., etc. Listen, are you going to give me the cash or what? This guy can't be fucking serious. Why is someone this rich asking you for money? It's like fucking GoFundMe campaign for like millionaires, which like happens. It's like a fucking millionaire GoFundMe campaign. Look, a guy can have hobbies, okay? Sometimes that means taking money from poor people because they saw me when I was having one of my bigger needs. You understand, right? I'll have some place to pay me for please pay me for listening to your problems. You're starting to get an idea why people might have gone sick enough this guy to not think about worse. Yeah, well, you're just like hitting the tip of the iceberg. Probably let Aaron know that you're simply put broke as hell. Well, that ain't my problem. Tell you what, if you can't compensate me more with cash, maybe we could find an alternative method of payment. Bruh, no, Aaron, no, bad Aaron, no. Oh God, no. Yeah, even the thing is saying it. No, shut the fuck up. I'm not talking about anything dirty or heinous or anything. Giving me a little bit of fucking credit. Well, that's good to hear, but that's actually really good to hear. Listen, I'm still messed up over the fact and nervous breaking my heart. And as carelessly as a cur-based knocks over a wine glass, shattering it into a million pieces. If you couldn't tell by my beach gazing, I'm very lonely. But what I want is for you to accompany me on a little friendly outing. Oh, is that all? Because honestly, you would have tried to get him to do something like that without any sort of silly prompting on his part. Much less actual emotional exertion. This guy might be even more desperate for friendship than you are at your worst. I mean, yeah, he's desperate for more than just friendship. But you say sure, you're absolutely down to do anything with him. Really, that's awesome. Aaron tries to crack a light smile at Bill as he's crying. Well, I think I'll let you decide what we should do together in our little thing. After all, you're an expert, right? So we'll go anywhere you think of. You have an infinity to shoot for. Hot damn, really? You haven't been this all along with closest evidence. You can choose to go anywhere with this rich fish bastard. Yeah, here's a rich fish bastard. Yeah. That's okay. Maybe having infinite choices is way too much. You have to narrow it down. You certainly have more options than usual. Or maybe you should just ask him where he wants to go. You decide. I don't actually know. What do you think, Aaron? I'm probably gonna fail this by speaking. I already told you. I will want to go where you want to go. God damn it, you were hoping you'd pick up from your lack of clarity of decisions. Does he really not have anywhere particular he wants to go? Well, surely it doesn't matter what you pick if he's being so insistent on letting you choose. You decide. I don't know, I guess I like watching a movie, maybe? Yes. Hell yes. Hell fucking yes, you know what's up. Well, you're totally fucking sick. You're not sure if that's a compliment or an insult. No, see, I already have movie tickets. I had them for like a month. And was planning on going in a few minutes from now anyways. So clearly we were destined to meet together like fucking pals. Because you knew exactly what we were always going to do. I can't do that. You're sorry. He had movie tickets this whole time? Why didn't he say so? Well, you know. You don't. Your own myth that he was just expecting you to know what he wanted the whole time, but you're not going to let it get to you. Moving on, let's get this show on the fucking road. I'm calling up the airship right now, and we can take a nice little scenic route to watch the Planet Renault classic, known as Shrek 2. The Planet Renault classic, known as Shrek 2. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Known as Shrek 2. I guess because, like, the little flash thing where, like, Eridan's riding Shrek and, like, Punchstock, I get all, like, on his shoulders, not in a different way. I guess that's a reference to that. What do you say? Your eyes widen a little, your body instinctively makes a split-second motion. You're sorry, Shrek 2? Classic? Finally, someone's speaking your fucking language. It's an unironic masterpiece that... Suddenly, a hazy memory pops into your head of Shrek and Eridan standing side by side in desert surrounded by the black void of a cracked sky. And just as suddenly as it pops into your head, it disappears. You're getting visions of the mythical Eridan Shrek. The mythical immortal Eridan Shrek that appears in the afterlife that can never die. Which is his favorite Homestuck. Because he, like, has living eyes instead of ghost eyes. Or maybe, like, he just never realized he's dead. It's like Shrek is making him too happy. Because Shrek is alive and Shrek is alive. Oh boy, what the fuck was that? Is your mind playing tricks on you? Was Eridan smiling just then? You're not entirely sure why it struck out to you. This vision is so out of place. Were it not for Radia, you might just start thinking your big past memories are real. In fact, it almost makes you doubt that any of what you're experiencing is real. And yet, it strikes you as very familiar. Is there something else you forgot somehow? Yeah, because you forgot Eridan Shrek, which is the most important Eridan ever. Like, Eridan Shrek is the best Eridan. Shrek Eridan is the best Eridan. You refocus on your surroundings. Suddenly you're on an airship deck, and Eridan's walking in front of you towards the bridge of the ship. Holy fuck, this airship is huge, you say. Also, when did you get here? You walked on it like a bipedal quadrupedal, or septimal alien. What are you talking about? Sorry, Shrek is making you dissociate. Shrek was making you dissociate. Okay, fine, fucker. I'll just say it again. Well, welcome to the airship, the Emperor. It's practically my second preferred home, and basically it's fucking incredible in every conceivable way. No kidding, the airship could probably fit a few city blocks on it, buildings and all. Hell, it looks like it could fit at least 3 more conventional, less airborne ships on it. You'd probably get tired walking it from end to end on the damn thing if you couldn't teleport. You and Eridan mosey on over to the dressing room of the airship. The room is filled with surprisingly wide variety of outfits, from various capes to casual t-shirts to fart cosplay to, well, there's a tiny shit in here. There's a pile of orange sticks in the corner too. You wonder, don't touch the wand pile. By the way, you don't know anything. They don't do anything. Since magic is fake and shit after all. You resist the urge to laugh in his face. Of course magic is real. Those are all just confiscations. I am confiscated from unscrupulous landlords in a store with by many stacks of cash given in to the owner. Definitely not something I like having here. Right. Yeah, that's the best way to rob someone, is to pay them money and then, like, make them give you the thing that you're trying to steal from them. That's, like, a foolproof way to rob someone, and, like, you'll never get caught. Just, like, giving someone money and then having them hand you stuff is, like, the best way to rob people, obviously. Your eyes wander a little bit more around the room. Besides the elaborate costumes and crazy labels, Ink Sting Ensemble, really? You see a lot of really fancy dresses. They look pretty neat. You kind of want to put one on. It's about time for you to add another fan art generating guitar to your wardrobe. Hell no, those dresses are mine. Wait, really? You're a little surprised. You knew he had a sense of fashion, but you didn't know that his taste was so good. The dresses look so pristine. You ask him if he's ever put them on himself before, or if he just keeps them here to look nice. Of course I've put them on before. Just the private information, you know? Before you get the wrong idea, I'm not, like, thinking about my gender or anything like that. But when I put them on, they just feel nice and reedy and shit. I mean, let's be real, genders are more or less fake as hell, so it puts unnecessary restraints on people's lives anyways. It's just so arbitrary, you know what I'm saying? To nobody's practical benefit, kind of. And it's not even like there were trolls who were assigned differently for these are made in a lot of type of point is, the concept that gender is a strict binary isn't right. It's just flat out wrong. Boy, you fucking tell him? You fucking tell him Eridan? Like, that's fucking right. Like, that Eridan is actually cooler in this than he is in the actual comic. And I think it's honestly kind of fucked up. Especially since people who go out and say it's stone set, immutable fucking law are just using it as an excuse to divide people up and flaunt their superiority. There's something in Eridan's voice that makes it clear he spent a lot of time thinking about this stuff. Something about the way he's recounting it all that makes you think he didn't learn this sort of stuff to impress people or for the look, as you can say. Or for any reason besides the subject factoring into his personal development in some way. Maybe he isn't so bad. Anyways, let's talk about the hero spectrum. Anyone lower than yellow is gutter blood, trash, that probably doesn't deserve the horrid life it lives. Yeah, going right, you were almost good there, and then you fucked it up, buddy. Which is why I've planned so many raids on their neighborhoods, on their area, and spent so many snippermoons in the air shooting holes into the road. That'll show you to have less satisfactory essences perfectly in. Committing genocide, yeah, great idea. Immediately fall to your knees and start throwing up on the floor, yeah. You quickly reassure Eridan that you didn't unceremoniously barf all over silky priceless carpet in response to his overwhelming classist sentiments and conflicting, almost hypocritical viewpoints on different hierarchical politics. No, you just peeked your guts out for some other completely different reason. It was probably just something the Eridan smelled. And things probably just full of shit. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, whatever you say, I guess. He decided to hit the conversational go-back button and challenge Eridan on a much more interesting topic that came up. Why isn't he very public as an ally if he's so fascinated with the subject of gender? Well, what are you kidding? I'm not an ally, I haven't fucking done anything. Even if I were, I don't know if you've noticed from my whole quantum situation that people know and hate me. It's like, I've been such a restless flirt that's become policy at some theaters and restaurants for employees to stab specifically Eridan and Brian. If I know that. But which isn't too big of a deal, because violent guns like me are practically pretty fucking sturdy, but I suck, and I bet half this whole planet knows it. To the extent that, like, if I openly supported something like destigmatization of gender non-confirmation trolls, any existing groups will hate me, and anyone outside of those will judge me. Will use me as an excuse to deride as seriousness. And I'm not going to be selfish about this thing in particular. I mean, that's a good thing not to be selfish about, even though you're genocidal fuck. It's like, I think if I hit like both buttons at the same time, oh, you didn't really think about it like that. Even then, surely it wouldn't be as bad as Eridan thinks, right? At this point, I'm used to it. Comfortable listening. Listen means someone thinking about you. Listen means someone's thinking about you. There's a palpable loneliness in his words. Maybe this is why he's so desperate all the time. Anyways, let's talk about something else. Like Soul. You know if he's wrong. If he has the rumored and highly sought after double goals or not connected. Okay. Why do you ask me that? Why are you asking me that, Erden? Why are you asking? What? Fuck it, I'll ask him myself. Before he can say anything else to dissuade him from simultaneously being a huge creepy asshole to one of his friends and possibly unraveling one of the most unnecessary mysteries of all biology, Erden whips out a palm husk and starts frantically dialing into numbers with extreme precision. Hey, for fuck's sake, this better not be about your ex again. Didn't I tell you a million times to stop talking to me already? First of all, you don't rub it in about theft-based blood. I can come to your house and put a bullet for your skull. Second of all, no. I'm here to ask you something else. Do you have a fucking double bulge? Wow, what the fuck? You kind of hate this conversation. When you look at Erden, you get the feeling that despite intimidating and humiliating, he kind of does too. He's pacing around frantically. I just heard the rumors, pal. First off, I'm not your pal. Second of all, what makes you think I don't have a triple bulge? Fuck off. Listen, we aren't unraveling this mystery for a couple sweeps at least. It's way too fucking funny to do that. You are way too goddamn lame. Why do I even talk to you? You should be fucking ecstatic that I grace you with my ever-present goddamn phone visits. You mean palm husk? What the fuck am I doing? Freaky because I'm fucking irresistible, aren't you? Fuck you. Ever since the apocalypse got fucking canceled, you turned into this completely moronic e-boy. And it's driving me out of my goddamn mind. Solux is an e-boy. That is true. Solux is in fact an e-boy. You're not wrong. That's not even wrong. Like, that's actually true. Do you even know what an e-boy is? I bet you're just mad because you got cucked by me super hard. What? Yeah, I've basically been making out with FF for at least 30 minutes now. What? Hey Solux. Hey Solux, who are you talking to? An entitled son. Put that on the phone, you quadruple whore dickhead. Ooh, are you finally making fish fun? I'm definitely making some kind of fun right now. Yeah. Listen, you stupid motherfucker. Next time I see you, I will kill you. Really now? Are you really murderous today, or just trying to get your daily negative from me? Listen, how about we settle this whole ass mess now? I'm gonna head over to that airship you keep driving around the neighborhood in 2 hours. Get your dumb ass over there and fight me, fuckboy. You hear a beat from the phone, Solux hung up. Erden's face softens from an expression of rage and anger into one of tranquility and calm before he starts to laugh a little. Holy shit. This is a date I'm about to go on. He put a hand on his back and congratulated him. He seems as anxious as he is excited about at the moment. Somehow he completely changed his demeanor from when he was talking to Solux. It's like he was almost playing up his awkwardness. He starts mumbling to himself about what he's going to do and say to Solux when he gets there. A lot of it sounds pretty rude, but also rather performative, like what a wrestler says to the other person to be. Yeah, he is watching for him. Like watch on for him. You decide to take this opportunity to snatch a cape. Gotta update your ever-growing wardrobe. Some time passes, you make your way to the airship deck with Erden. He's having trouble keeping his face from cracking into a smile, or at least the closest expression you've seen to him having one. Solux hovers in front of you, a couple dozen feet above. When you look up at him, his frown contorts into something more akin to a snarl, and red and blue energy starts crackling around his eyes like lightning. Remember when I asked you to stop calling me? What? I've asked you literally 40 times to stop doing that.